everyone. I am Smriti Sinha and welcome back to my channel Science Zone. If you are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button given below and let's get started once again. If you have not watched my previous video of solid state part 1, 2, 3, then please click on the I button above so that you can proceed with the other part, that is the next session. So in this lecture actually we are going to cover again the solid state chapter 1 for Maharashtra board syllabus. So this topic includes these many parts from which we are done with introduction to solid state, then types of solid, then crystal structure, cubic system, then packing of crystals or particles in a crystal's lattice, and now today we are going to see particle packing efficiency. So today's next part, what we are going to see today is packing efficiency. So what do you mean by the word packing efficiency? So in the earlier class we have seen that in earlier session we have seen that the coordination number is very important. More the coordination number, more is the compactness of that solid and more good solid it is. Similarly, packing efficiency is also very important. More the packing efficiency, the more compact arrangement of that solid it is and more good that solid is. So what is exactly packing efficiency? So packing efficiency is the fraction or a percentage of the total space occupied by sphere. Okay, so in a unit cell the sphere occupies what amount of space, that is called as packing efficiency. So packing efficiency formula is given as volume occupied by particles in unit cell. So volume occupied by this particle in this unit cell divided by total volume of the unit cell. Okay, so volume what the particle occupies in this cell divided by total volume of this unit cell into 100. So this is the main formula what you have to remember for packing efficiency. So once again I repeat, packing efficiency is equal to volume occupied by particles in unit cell divided by total volume of unit cell into 100. So we are going to see packing efficiency of three types of the cubic unit cell, that is simple cubic lattice, body centered cubic lattice and face centered cubic lattice. So to begin with, we are going to begin with the packing efficiency for the simple cubic lattice. So the simple cubic lattice, if you see from above, will look like this. So the particles from the four sides of the above will touch each other. Okay, and now if you want to calculate the radius, so first what we have to calculate, the first step for the packing efficiency is step 1, calculation of radius of sphere. So as I have told you, all the four particles from the four edges of the cube, do you remember this cube? So in this cube there are four edges above, so I am seeing from above. See, so the particles from all the four edges are touching each other in this manner. So this is A. So what is A? This. So this distance is called as A. So A equals to 2R. Okay. So what is A is 2R. Correct? Now, because complete particle is never there, you know that. So this part, this much part and this much part of particle is present in the A, that is A equals to 2R. So R equals to A by 2. So what is the radius then? Radius of the sphere is equal to A by 2, where A is the length of unit cell. Now come to volume of the sphere, because our packing efficiency formula includes the volume. So volume of the sphere is always equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. So this is the general formula for the volume of the sphere, that is 4 by 3 pi r by cube. Now 4 by 3 pi r cubes. Okay, so this is the general formula. Now volume for one particle will be equals to, what you have to do is substitute the value of r which you have found out over here. So the formula will become 4 by 3 pi into a by 2 cube, because this is the value for r which we have found out here. So if you solve this, it is like this: 4 by 3 pi into a cube by 8. So it becomes 2. So what is left is pi a cube divided by 6, right? Pi a cube, 3 into 2, 6. So you get this. So volume of one sphere in simple cubic lattice is pi a cube by 6. Now you have to find the total volume of particles. Okay. So in simple cubic, do you remember how many number of particles are present in simple cubic? If you remember, you will remember it have only one particle. Okay. 1/8 of the particle present on each end, and 1/8 into 8 eighths, so it edges, that is equal to 1 atom. So the formula remains the same, 1 into the complete pi a cube by 6, so it is same, pi a cube by 6. So the total volume of particle over here is pi a cube by 6. Now talking about the packing efficiency. So packing efficiency is equal to volume occupied by particle in unit cell. So this is the volume occupied by particle in unit cell divided by total volume of unit cell. So total volume of unit cell is a cube, because the cube has volume equal to its length cube, correct? So here length is a, so a cube. So total volume of unit cell is a cube into 100. So volume occupied by particle in the unit cell is pi a cube by 6 divided by total volume, that is a cube, into 100. So you know that what will happen is here a cube get cancel. So it will become now pi 100 upon 6, correct? Pi 100 upon 6, and the value for pi is 3.142. So if you solve this, you will get 52.36%. So the packing efficiency in simple cubic lattice is 52.36%. That means if I give you a simple cubic lattice, there will be only 52.36% of space of that simple cubic lattice occupied by the particle. Other all space are free space. Okay. So other all space are free space, that is 100 minus 52.36 equal to 47.64. So this much is the free space in the simple cubic lattice, while this space, that is 52.36, is occupied by the particle. So how we have calculated? Once quick revision, that first you have to find out the radius of the sphere, then you have to go to the volume of the sphere, that is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So this here you have to substitute the value of r from the first step. Then you have to find out total volume of particles. Total number of particles present in simple cubic is 1 atom, that is 1 particle. So 1 into the volume, so it will be this. And then packing efficiency is volume occupied by the particle unit cell, which you have calculated in step 3, divided by a cube, that is total volume of cube, into 100. So you get the packing efficiency, and if they ask about void, what you have to do is subtract this packing efficiency by 100, you get the void. So that is 47.64. So this was about simple cubic. Now come towards the body centered cubic lattice. So again you have to start with step 1, radius of sphere or radius of particle. To find out the radius of particle here is little different than the earlier one. In earlier one, there was only particles present at the edges. But here in this case, body centered, the particle is even present at the center of the cubic lattice. And the particle from the edges are touching the particle from the center. See, the particle of the edges is touching the particle at the center, so as to form this triangle. So there are two triangles, if you see, FAD or FED. So these are the two triangles. So what you have to do is start with the triangle FED. So this is the triangle FED, which on what you have to concentrate now. So this is triangle FED. As you see, this is 90-degree angle. So it will follow Pythagoras theorem. So the length of edges over here is A. So it is a cube. So from all sides it is A. So now FD square will be equal to FE square plus ED square according to Pythagoras theorem. Therefore FD square is equals to FE square plus ED square. That is A square plus A square makes 2A square. So the value for FD square is 2A square. Now move towards the next triangle, that is AFD. So this is the next triangle AFD. Can you see this triangle? So this is the next triangle AFD. Now for the AF square, so this AF square is equal to AD square plus FD square. So I know AD square is A square, I know that. Now FD square I have calculated here, that is 2A square. So if I solve this, what I get is 3A square. So AF square, that is AF square is equal to 3A square. So solve this. So AF will be equal to root 3A. Okay. Now 4F AF shows me that it is equal to 4R. So can you see AF? So this is R, this is again R, this is again R, and this is again R. So AF shows me that it is equal to 4R, correct? So that means that under root 3A is equal to 4R, correct? Under root 3A equal to 4R. Therefore R equals to root 3 by 4A. Okay, so again I am telling you because it is little confusing. First you have to find out the length for FD. Once you find out the length for FD, then you have to substitute that value and find out the length for AF. Once you find out the length for AF, that is under root 3A. So once you find out this length, so this length AF is equal to 4R. So just substitute the value for AF, which is equal to 4R, and you will get the R, that is equal to under root 3 by 4A. So the radius over here for each sphere in body centered cubic lattice is under root 3 by 4A. Next is to find out the volume of sphere. So the volume of sphere, you know the formula, 4 by 3 pi R cube. Now you have to substitute the value for R cube, that is under root 3 by 4A cube. So if you solve this, you will get this, okay, under root 3 by cube divide by 4 cube is 64A cube, and then finally you will get this answer, that is under root 3 pi A cube divided by 16. So this is the final answer. So the volume of the sphere of one particle, actually volume of one particle in the body centered cubic lattice is under root 3 pi A cube by 16. So next, finding out the total volume of particles. So it is a body centered. So if you remember, for body centered we have found out the total number of particles is 1 by 8. See, all 8 particle present at edges. So 1 by 8 into 8, which is equal to 1 in the center, which is equal to 2. So total number of particle in the body center is 2. So total volume of particle equal to 2 into the volume of one particle, correct? So it is like this. So it will be giving you value this. Okay, so 2 into, this value is not there, it is by mistake. So it will be 2 into root 3 pi A cube by 16. So this is volume of one particle, volume of one particle into 2, because 2 particles present in BCC, and you will get the answer total volume as root 3 pi A cube by 8. Once you get the total volume, it is easy to find out the packing efficiency. So packing efficiency is equal to volume occupied by particles in unit cell, that is now 4 under root 3 pi A cube by 8 divided by total volume of unit cell, that is A cube. So A cube gets cancelled, and if you solve this, that is root 3 into 3.142 divided by 8 into 100, you will get 68%. So the packing efficiency in the body centered cubic lattice is 68%. Then how much free space is there? 100 minus 68%, that is 32%. So the free space in the body centered cubic lattice is 32%, while the space occupied by the particles in this is 68%. So if I give you a body centered cube lattice and I ask you how much that particle is occupying, how much space is occupied by that particle in that unit cell, is 68% and free space is 32%. Next is packing efficiency of metal crystal in FCC, that is face centered cubic lattice. You can even calculate this for CCP and SCP. Okay. Now, first step is again radius of particle. Okay. So, in this you have to again consider a triangle. Which triangle? ABC. So, now you are going to consider this triangle ABC. ABC triangle is again of 90 degree. So, AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. Now, this length is again A, this length is again A. So, it is equal to A square plus A square, that is 2A square. So, the length of AC is under root 2A. Okay, AC square is 2A square. So, AC is under root 2A. So, the AC length is under root 2A. Now, again AC is equal to 4R. See, this is first R, here 2R because a complete circle is there on this face, and here R. So, your AC equals to 4R. Okay. Therefore, under root 2A equals to 4R. Therefore, R equals to under root 2 upon 4A, which you can even do as A by 2 into root 2. From where this root 2 has come? Because they have multiplied both the side by root 2. Okay. So, multiply both the end by root 2. So, root 2 into root 2 becomes 2, divide by 4 into root 2. So, this you have to divide, becomes 2 root 2. So, this is this how. So, your R here for the FCC is equal to A by 2 root 2. Now, volume of the sphere. So, volume of one particle is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Correct. So, substitute the value for R. So, R value is A by 2 root 2 cube, and if you solve this completely, you will get answer pi A cube divided by 12 into root 2. Okay. So, this is what you answer get for the volume of sphere. Now, as we are talking about FCC, so do you remember FCC? In FCC, at all the edges there are present, okay, on the all the edges there are present 1/8 of the particle at all the end of the edges, at each face, each particle, that is half particle at each face. So, 1/8 into 8, which will be equal to 1, and 1 2 into 6 faces, which will be equal to 3. So, total number of particles is 4. So, total number of particles in this cell, that is FCC, is 4. So, total volume of particle is 4 into volume of one particle. So, 4 into pi A cube divided by 12 under root 2, which will be equal to, if you solve this, you will get the answer like this, 4 by 3 under root 3 root 2. 4 into A cube by 3 into root 2. Okay. So, this is the total volume of particle. Now, packing efficiency. So, volume of the total particle in the unit cell divided by total volume of unit cell. So, it becomes like 4 into A cube divided by 3 into root 3 and A cube. So, A cube is the total volume of unit cell. Again, if you solve this, A cube gets cancelled, you are left with pi divided by 3 into root 2 into 100, and you get the answer 74%. Pi is 3.142. So, the packing efficiency in FCC is 74%. So, how much free space is there in FCC? The free space in FCC is 74, subtracted by the 100, you will get 26. So, 100 minus 74, 26% free space. So, if I give you a FCC crystal lattice and ask you how much space does the particle occupy here, the answer is 74 and free space is 26. So this is what we wanted to study in this packing efficiency, the free space and the space occupied by the particle in the SC, BCC and FCC. So to conclude this, these are the formulas and these are the relation what you have to remember from this whole part. So for SCC, so first will become with SCC. For SCC, your radius is equal to A by 2. Okay, so in exam now it is little difficult to calculate A by 2. So what they have done is, what you have to remember is 1 by 2 is equal to 0.5. So 1 by 2 is 0.5, so 0.5 into A. For the volume you have to remember this, that 0.5237 into A cube. So whatever A they have given, if they have given the length of unit cell as to be 12 picometer, then you have to substitute the value of 12 picometer over here. Okay, and its total volume will be 0.5237 again into A cube, because here the particle is 1 in number. For BCC, again you have to remember the value 0.4330 A, and here volume for one particle is 0.34 A cube and the total volume is 0.68 A cube, because here it have two particles, correct? So you have to multiply this by 2. Next, for FCC, you have to remember 0.3535 A. For the volume of one particle 0.185 A cube and volume of total particle 0.74 A cube. Just you have to do is multiply this value by 4, because here 4 particles are present. And if you remember these values, it will be very easy for you to solve the problem in exam, because otherwise you have to learn the root 3, then you have to go and do the division with root 3 by 16 and then put the value of the pi also 3.14 and A cube and then solve. So better I will tell you that you remember this value will make it very easy just by knowing the A will be provided in exam. Correct? So if you know the A, you can easily substitute the value here and you can easily calculate this. So if you just remember this and this part will be automatically done. How come? So this part you have to remember, no option. If you remember this part, you have to remember that in SCC there is only one particle, so this value will remain unchanged. In BCC there are two particles, so this value will become double, and in FCC there are four particles, so this value will become 4 times. Just the thing is that, so you have to remember only 2 columns, not much difficult. And then talking about the packing efficiency for SCC, that is the coordination number over here is 6, that is 4 particles are attached to one particle. So one particle is in coordination with or surrounded by 6 other particles. So its coordination number over here is 6. 4 from its one same plane. So do you remember this? So 4 from same plane and 1 above and 1 below. So the coordination number becomes 6. And the packing efficiency we have calculated as 52.4. And if we talk about the empty space, do you remember how much empty space was there here? 47.64. So do you remember this? So it is 47.64%. Now talking about BCC, in BCC the coordination number is 8. So 4 in the layer below and 1 in layer above. Okay, so 4 in the layer below and 1 in layer above, and 3 in its own layer. So total number if you make, it is 8. Okay, and the total packing efficiency over here is 68% and the free space over here is 32%. So free space here is less as compared to SC, that is 32%. Now come to the FCC. In FCC coordination number is 12. So do you remember how? 6 in its own layer, 6 in its own layer, correct? 3 above and 3 below. So that will be 12. So 6 in its own layer, 3 above, 3 below, that particle is surrounded by, so it is total number of coordination number is 12, and the packing efficiency if you calculate is 74% and the free space is only 26%. So if you compare this, which one is the best solid or which one will be the best solid with which unit cell. So that unit cell will be FCC or HCP or CCP. So this unit cell is the best one because here the packing efficiency is the more the packing efficiency, more stronger the solid, and the empty space is less. And which one is the least good unit cell? That is the simple unit cell. In that the packing efficiency is only 52.4% and the free space is very much, that makes the solid weak one. Okay, so now if you want to calculate the number of particles and unit cell in x gram of metallic crystal. So if I give you suppose 5 grams of iron and I ask you that how much number of particles and how many unit cell is present over there, so that you can easily calculate by this formula. So the density over here equals to mass upon volume, you know that, and the mass you have already calculated this in the earlier session also, correct? So now which is equal to number of particles in the unit cell divided by volume of unit cell into m upon Na. So that is the volume equals to this number of particles n into m upon Na, and if you substitute everything you will get the molar mass, that is capital M, to be the density into A cube Na upon small n. Now this is the density, A is the length of the edge, n is the Avogadro's number, capital N, small n is the number of particle. And if you know all these three parameters, that is the edge, number of particles, you can easily calculate the molar mass. Okay, once you are done with this, so you have to go with the number of particles in x gram of metal. So how many particles is present in that x gram? For that, molar mass m contains Na particle, because 1 mole contains Avogadro number of particle, that is 6.023 into 10 raised to 23. So you must be knowing that 1 mole mass of the solid contains Avogadro number of particle. Therefore x gram of solid will be x into Na upon m. It is similar as 12 bananas equal to 5 rupees. So 24 bananas equal to how much? Same like that, you have to do the cross multiplication, x into Na divided by m into 1, that is this formula. Once you get this, now you have to substitute the value of the molar mass. So you have to substitute the value from here, so it will become like x into Na divided by density into A cube Na divided by small n, and if you solve this, Na gets cancelled and you are left with x into n divided by density into A cube. And if you know the density, if you know the length of the edge, if you know the number of particles, if you know this number of particles, that x, you can calculate this very easily. So this is so easy. So number of particles in x gram you can easily calculate over here. So this is x gram of metal content. So if I give you 5 grams of iron, so what you have to do is 5 into number of particles, if you know how much they have, that is the small n. So number of particles in 1 cubic cell, if you know. So suppose iron, if I say it is having face center, suppose I have said, telling you that I have provided you 5 grams of iron with face centered cubic lattice. So the x will be 5 because it is 5 gram into n will be 4 because I have told you that it is face center. So you know that face center have 4 particles, divide by whatever density is provided and length of that edge is provided. If you solve this, you will get the number of particles in x gram. Okay, now number of unit cell in x gram. Now number of particle you have found out here. Now you have to go toward number of unit cell. For that, n particles correspond to 1 unit cell. So as I have told you that here the 4 particles correspond to 1 unit cell. So n particle correspond to 1 unit cell. Therefore xNa upon Pa particle correspond to xn upon Pa cube into 1 by n unit cell. Okay, because 1 unit cell is having n particles, so you have to do that to find out for the total number of unit cell. And if you do that, you will get the answer x upon density into A cube. So this is the number of unit cell in each gram of metal. For the number of unit cell in the volume of metal. So if I provide you volume instead of the grams, so instead of density, if I provide you volume and ask you, then it will be V upon A cube. So what formulas you have to remember is that first this formula which we have derived in earlier class, the formula for the molar mass. Then you have to remember the formula for the number of particles in x gram, that is x into n divided by density into A cube. And then you have to divide by, then you have to remember the formula for the number of unit cell in S gram, that is x into n divided by density into A cube total into 1 upon n. And if you solve this, you will get x by density into A cube. And then the last you have to remember the number of unit cell in the volume V of metal, that is V upon A cube. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for watching my video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Share this video to more and more of your friends so that I get inspired and make more videos. Any doubt, any suggestion, you can mail me on this askyourdoubts04@gmail.com. Meet you soon in the next lecture. Thank you. And before ending, as usual, we will see the thought of the day, that is, being late doesn't mean you are failed. Maybe it means getting ready for the greater launch than the before. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.